going on over here?
Just swaging away.
Sure?
Yeah.
What do you think, Britt? You think he's doing an okay job?
Not really.
Yeah, that's better. A little more intense.
There you go.
Make a face or something.
Yeah, put some emotion in it.
Oh,
That's
dang.
how you swage.
That was serious.
Swage.
Dang.
That one's not going anywhere.
Dang, dude.
We got our bags
Oh, yeah.
checked.
We were almost overweight, but Adam saved the day. So Adam didn't have a giant bag full of tools like me. We checked some gumbo roux as well as some Slappy Mama seasoning. So we're gonna cook up some Louisiana gumbo in the Rocky Mountains. Hope it makes it there.
We're here. We made it. We made it to Denver. We're pretty tired.
We need to get to that car.
We got sat with all the cactuses. How do you feel about that,
I'm
Tyler?
allergic to cactus, don't like them. Oh, Adam, they have some serious flatbeds. Got some world-class directions, and we are driving through this beautiful canyon up to Britt's house. Britt is a customer of ours, and we had been talking to Britt back, it was probably back in February, and he's got this beautiful cabin. It's really a lodge that he's building up here right outside of Idaho Springs, Colorado. So we are heading up to do an AXIS system install, and it is going to be awesome. Do we go right here?
I think so, yeah.
Oh, should have went right. Now we're back on the interstate. It's okay though, because we're cable railing the country. Whenever we saw the pictures of this place, we kind of jumped at the opportunity. We wanted to come and help Britt get all of his cable railing installed and everything, and help him out with this project and take you guys along for the ride to show you kind of how we're doing this and how we're going to lay everything out. What was the motivation for wanting to build this place?
So I've got some friends that live up in the area up here, and there's a lot of ATV and BLM land behind us here, so we can go out and ride and get the sleds or do whatever we want to do up here. So we ended up buying some land up here probably about 8 years ago, and we've been saving up this time, and here we are finally getting close to the finish line.
Well, it's looking awesome. So we are going to be doing an all-axis cable railing system install for this deck, and we're going to kind of think about it in like 3 different phases, because we are working with a little bit of a weather window. I think you said the weather kind of starts rolling in around the afternoon. So the first phase is going to be this transitionary run that we have here. We're going to focus on our 2 stair runs and our transitionary runs kind of around the peak of this deck. Then like phase 2 is going to be the 2 sides of the cabin, and then phase 3 will be the 2 decks that are stacked up on top of one another. So the first thing we're going to get doing is pre-cutting all of our cables and pre-drilling all of our holes so we can get this section taken care of first. Phase 1 got a little bit interrupted with the rain, so we are going to do this because it's nice and covered, and that way we don't freeze and catch a cold. So what Britt has been doing is pre-installing all the straight receivers to our termination post so we can pre-attach and thread on our tensioners. So whenever we got to run our cable, all we've got to do is just pull our cable tight, make our measurement marks, attach the cable to our studs, and tension up the runs. So we're knocking this out, and then hopefully tomorrow, whenever it's not raining, we can finish that section. We'll get this drilled, those 2 posts over there drilled, and we'll knock out these 3 runs. We'll be good to go. pretty much we got these 3 runs done with it raining today. And tomorrow the game plan is to do everything around the peak of the deck, and we're also going to be doing our stairs, which are a little bit tricky. We're going to be doing that tomorrow, and now we're going to the store to go get some gumbo ingredients. So y'all stay tuned for that. We couldn't come to Colorado without bringing a little taste of home, so we're making some chicken and sausage gumbo, which Britt says that he's had, what, once? Maybe once. So we actually brought our own gumbo roux, which is right here. If you're a Louisiana native, you know that you're not supposed to buy pre-made gumbo roux. You're supposed to make your own, but to save time, we bought our own. We've been cooking this down. We've got the rice on, so we should be eating soon.
How confident are you that this is a really good gumbo?
I've tasted it. It's there.
Yeah?
It's there. Yeah, which we've been snacking on this andouille sausage, which we're supposed to use to make another gumbo, but I'm pretty sure we're gonna have enough of that.
It made a good appetizer.
Yep. But man, that was good. I'm glad you came over.
No, thank you.
No problem. That was awesome.
Good.
Hello. How you doing? Britt's already up here getting started without us. It is day 2, and right now what we are focusing on is what we're going to call kind of the peak of the deck. So if you remember yesterday, we had a little bit of the rain come in, and we ended up not doing this section, and we ended up working on the section over here that was covered and out of the rain. We've got really good weather today, so this is a section that we're focusing on, and kind of our first task, and what we're going to have to do is re-drill some of the holes in our intermediate posts. And the reason why is because this rain last night actually caused some of these posts to want to swell a little bit, and we're having a really difficult time getting the wood post protectors in the post. So we're going to open up these holes and get these cable runs run so we can finish the peak of the deck. We're using a straight in stop and our termination post at the bottom of the stairs, and since our cable over here is coming off of this post at an angle, we're going to use pivot tensioners over here. Whenever you've got cable runs like this, all you're doing is selecting the termination fittings at each end of the run to match the post scenario. Basically, is the cable either running directly into the post or going straight into the post, or is the cable coming at an angle off the post? And you just select the right component based on that.
And it's going into the post right there.
Yep.
Straight, and then right here
it's entering to the post at an angle. So that's why we're going to be putting pivot tensioners there. Our cable is entering this side of the post at an angle, so it's not going through perfectly straight. So technically the cable is making a slight bend as it's entering the post and also as it's exiting the post. So what we're using, and what you would want to use, are what are called transition wood post protectors. They've got a beveled edge on it, and that allows the cable to smoothly pull through the protector and allows the cable to be easily tensioned across the distance of the run. So remember that if you have any transitionary runs, that you need to use transition wood post protectors where that cable is bending. So we're good. We've got all of our pivot tensioners for our 4 angled runs, and now we just need to pre-assemble the same number of our little axis swage studs with our pivot eyes for the end stops.
So last time we looked at this, the tensioners were on the middle of the post.
Right. What we ended up doing first, of course, was we put them right down the center. Well, whenever we did that, all of our cables, especially our bottom cables, were kind of pushed off of our stair treads, and it made really an unsafe gap. So what we opted to do was just go ahead and take these out, shorten our cables a little bit, and then we just reinstalled them right here on the edge of the post. That way we don't have, you know, these cables hanging off the tread of the stairs.
And that gap you're talking about is right there.
Yeah, really it was this gap here, and this cable was kind of hanging off, so it'd be really easy kind of for your foot to fall, you know, in between the cable and the bottom of these treads and stuff. So once we get everything tight, it'll end up working out a lot better, and we're just going to do the exact same thing on the stairs on the other side. Well, cool. That worked out.
It's pretty good.
Yep, I'm a fan.
We're gonna touch up the paint later, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Gotta do a little bit of Pablo Picasso, and we'll move on and we'll do the peak of this deck, and then we'll go see what Britt is doing in the back. Got the whole front portion of the deck complete around the peak of the deck, and now me and Britt are just working back here on the back two decks. So just installing all straight tensioners and end stops for all three of these runs, and we'll move upstairs. Have kind of a unique thing upstairs that we're gonna do, but we're just chipping away at it. What's going on over here?
Just swaging away.
Sure?
Yeah.
What do you think, Britt? You think he's doing an okay job?
Not really. Yeah, that's better. A little more intense. There you go.
Make a face or something.
Yeah, put some motion.
Oh,
that's
dang.
how you swage.
That was serious.
Swage.
Dang.
That one's not going anywhere.
Dang, dude. That is a wrap for day 2. We got done pretty much everything we were wanting to accomplish today. We're supposed to have, I think, really good weather tomorrow, and that is it. Wrapping up day 2. One more day left.
What you doing, Ty?
Threading in some Axis straight tensioners.
So you just have that bottom deck and then the top deck to do, right?
Yep.
Sweet.
Home stretch upstairs. Yeah, it's just pretty beautiful. Really cool to look at. Are you ready?
I am ready.
Are you ready?
Just a second. Hold on.
All right, so here's kind of this weird little scenario that we have. So you can see obviously the handrail runs into the pitch of the roof, and then we have this kind of weird little gap down here. So what we're going to kind of do is our first 5 cables are going to run to the post, and our bottom 3 cables are going to run to our 2x6 right there at the house. So just kind of a way to fill in a gap. So some of our cables are continuous, some of them are going to stop at a post. We are finally done. We finished up our little tricky section over here by the pitch of the roof. Our other 3 cable runs are done, and that is a wrap. So right now everything is hand tightened. So tomorrow we're going to go through and do our final tensioning, but for today we're done. So I think a beer sounds good, and maybe some gumbo. Yeah, that's a wrap for day 3. Day 3 gumbo. Gumbos get better with time. Day 1 is good. Day 2 is even better, and day 3 really is where it's at. The longer it sits, the more the flavors just kind of blend together, and I'm happy with this for sure. Sure am enjoying this nice pretty deck, and this pretty view, and this fire. And I think that this is what life is all about. Just hanging out, drinking a few beers, eating some good food, hanging out by a fire in the mountains. That makes sense to me. It is day 4. It's our final day here in Colorado. As we kind of mentioned yesterday, we got everything hand tensioned on this deck and installed. So right now, all we're doing is going through and actually doing our final tensioning for every single run that we've got. So that's what we're doing today. Once we finish up this, I think we are actually going to drive up the mountain on some four-wheelers and go check some of that out. So it's an awesome day. It's a happy Saturday, and I'm happy to be out here. Oh, the good thing about doing cave railing and getting done a day earlier is we get to go on trail rides, so that's what we're doing. Thank you, dude. Seriously,
No, thank you.
This is so much fun. We're so lucky that we get to do this for work.
Yeah. No, I'm grateful you guys were able to come out. It was awesome.
All right, everybody, that is a wrap for Cable Rail the Country here in Colorado. Britt, I gotta say thank you so much for the hospitality. The deck, the cabin, everything is coming together really, really awesome. The cable railings look great. And thanks for taking us out on the bikes today. We spent all day long today riding on the four-wheelers and the razors, had a blast doing that, and I don't think we could have asked for a better trip. So if you ended up enjoying this video, be sure to give this video a like and make sure to subscribe to our channel. We've got a lot more Cable Rail the Country episodes coming your way.